Hello and welcome to day 3 of the Mission Million Blueprint Masterclass. So happy to see you again today. It's a Saturday and I have so much to share today because today it's about money, it's about financial literacy, it's about your relationship with money, it's about wealth creation. So it is probably one of the most important masterclass and module inside this 5 days together. So let me know if you've been here with me for the other days and where you're connecting from. I want to greet you. I want to say hello. I want to see who is here. Well, hello. I see already beautiful faces with me. Hello, Kenza. So happy to see you. Hello, Sufyan. Hello, Iman. Very delighted to have you with us today. It is a masterclass in English, so please stay with me because the subject is powerful and it speaks to all of us. We are talking today about finance, about financial literacy, about wealth creation, and about our relationship with money. So, and I have so much that I want to share. So it's going to have a lot of information that I will be sharing. I will also extend an invitation to whoever would like to continue on this work together inside our mastermind that will be starting very soon. So stay on until the end of the session to learn more about what are the possibilities. But this session already, it's going to shift and switch your way of looking at money, looking at finance, and looking at wealth creation. Okay, so let's go. And I want to start today with something that may surprise you and surprise all of us, but that's reality because it's not so long ago that even in the US, it was very hard for women to get credit cards, to get credits. Today, things have been dissipating throughout the world, but I'm telling you, this is not has been a long time. So even women who could not even open a credit on her name, she went to the bank and she needed her husband's for approval. She needed permission for approval, and this is not so long ago. This is maybe some countries 10 years ago. We're still talking about the same situation 20 years ago, and even in the U.S., it changed only when the Equal Credit Opportunity Act was passed as a law and where women were finally allowed to access credit independently. Hello, Nada. I'm so happy you're here. Hello, Haifa. So think about that for a moment. This was not centuries ago. This were years ago. This were when I was a child, which so I have witnessed the changes in the access to money and the ability for women to go and get credits and get help and and get some money into her companies. Do you know that in percentage, only 15% of all the bank credits are going towards women? Yeah, just 15%. Yeah, we are a gender population 50-50, but the reality is you would assume that half of the credits are given to women. That's not the case. And the numbers were even less than that in the 70s. It was zero. So we've come a long way, but that long way just made us arrive to 15%, which means that there is so much more to go. This is when I talk only about banking. Now, when we talk about equity, investors, funds that are looking at startups that are started with women, funds that are looking at women-led enterprises. You have a great idea, you have something innovative, you have a beautiful product, you have a service you provide. What's your chance of getting 2%? 2%. Isn't that tiny, mini? 2%. So where is the problem? Is it ideas? No, we have the most beautiful ideas, and we know that. We don't know people. Yes, we're connected, and today we've created all this network. We will be talking more about that tomorrow. We don't understand. No, we understand. Yes, we know how to do business plans. We can do it. You can tweak it better and you can understand it better. So what is the problem? The problem is in our mindset, in our beliefs, in the self-fulfilling prophecies that have been living with us, within us through the years. Even if you're like, no, but now I know that it's possible. So why? Why don't we have the full potential, which is 50%? Because there is 50% of women in the population. That's how it is. It's just nature, but that's not what it is. So we have in our heritage, in our lineage, something that still block us, which is access to possibilities, access to money as we want to access to wealth, access to all the mechanisms that are possible for you to grow your business, for you to manage your money, for you to create wealth, for you to be at ease with it, for you to receive wealth, for you to talk about money as not it's a subject that is, oh my God. You know what? I have been teaching for more than 4 years live, but in reality, inside our BAL method, this year we're going to be closing the 5th year of our programs in July. I could not be talking about money because I knew it's a sensitive subject. And it was very sensitive even to my relationship with money. While I am a financier by training, do my work, I worked at the World Bank, I worked on structuring investment funds, on structuring funds, I worked in the stock exchange. So I was inside money. Yet, when you speak about it, there is something. And I couldn't figure out what it was until I started understanding that only 5% of our mind is conscious. All the rest is subconscious. So us women, we walk around carrying all these old beliefs about money, carrying everything that pull us down around money. And we wonder why we don't see as many wealth generation and creation in the hands of money. It is in our inner connection and inner dialogue inside outside. So today, in some parts of the world, yeah, it is still difficult for money to access funding. It is still difficult to get loans. It is still difficult to raise capital. Even at the highest level, it is still difficult. And I was part of conversation towards the end of 2020 last year, when we were discussing in a very high level panel with Christine Lagarde and the CEOs of major institutions like, consultancy institutions, banks. And that was exact the question. Why is access still unequal? Why is not as many women can have and access money? Because yes, there were laws, there were changes, but those decades of beliefs and old blockages, they left something inside of us. Hello, Selma. Selma is a great financier. So this is a subject that really speaks to all of us. And not only speaks to all of us, we need more women leaders to stand as expert authority and talk about money so that it becomes so easy to understand and to grasp. So these patterns, these beliefs, what they've done, they created patterns. They created beliefs inside of us, and they created limitations. And that continue even today. Even when the laws have changed, even when the systems are more open to that, they still block us. And these are what we call what I've been talking about with self-fulfilling prophecies. These are the belief, like money is hard to access. Money need permission. I need permission. I need to prove more. I need to struggle. I don't know if I deserve. And those beliefs, they silently shape how you earn, how you price. Good morning, Dr. Pauline. This is so happy. Make it. Yes, wealth for women is deserved and yet not valued nowhere exactly. And this is what we wanted to figure out and understand together today. It's what is this blockage coming from? What is it that holds us? Because these beliefs that lives with us, and even if you say no, the generation is different, maybe, but we carry a lineage of all beliefs from our mothers, our grandmothers. It hasn't gone nowhere. It's still in us, within us, and in the depth of our subconscious mind. And if we're not aware of it, we let it shape the way we behave, we let it shape the way we plan, and we let it shape the way we let ourselves dream of creating something bigger than we think was possible. It blocks us. It's like, I use this to say, okay, I can create this, I can do that. So it shapes silently how we earn and how much we earn, how you price. Yes. And because that's some of the hardest things is what is the value? How do you price? How do you receive? Are you open to receive, or are you feel like, may I? Is it too much for me? Like, how much can I give so that I feel that it answers to to the money I've received? And we tend to give more. We tend to downprice ourselves and overgive. Because everything starts internally. We need a deep psychological shift. When it comes to money, that's the start of it all. And if somehow inside of you, you believe it has to be hard, you have to struggle, I need to suffer to succeed, then unconsciously, you will recreate that reality. And that reality becomes how you live and will show up in the results you receive. So you don't attract what you want, you attract what you believe. And the moment I understood that, I was like, something need to shift and to change inside of me. And this is why today matters, because financial power is not just about money. It's about breaking patterns. It's about understanding rewriting beliefs, and it's about stepping into a new relationship with money and with wealth. Okay. So if you're with me, let's go. Give me some threes, because we're going to divide this in three parts today. So are you ready to understand the three pillars of financial literacy? Even if you're advanced and this is your field, but it's interesting to always step back and say, okay, how do I structure it and how can I summarize it and put it forward? So here are the three levels. The first one is your own budgeting, your connection, your wallet, your money, like your relationship, your daily relationship with money. How do you feel about it when you spend? How do you spend? What do you spend? Are you clear? Do you know? Do you hide? Do you sometimes like, okay, I'm just going to use the card and I don't want to know what's happening? Or how are you vis-a-vis the money? And the feeling of wealth versus rich. We're going to distinguish that. The second one, yes, Selma, is money in your business, money in your work, and money in the transactions that you are instrumental in making happen. Okay, hello. And the third one is about the wealth creation, the strategy, the expansion. And these are three big buckets. So your connection with money, you, how you deal with money, whatever comes in and what you spend. Do you spend more than what comes in and you stay stressed waiting for what comes in? Do you manage that? Do you know? Do you save? Do you organize it? All of this is important to understand and to make it clear. The second one is money when it comes to business. We're Mission Millions entrepreneurs. This means that an entrepreneur or a leader who's standing and owning a mission that impact millions, the mission that can create millions, and the mission that is meant for millions, which means that you have to be aligned with that level so that you can hold it. Because if it feels too much and overwhelming, even speaking about it will feel that way. And so we need to draw that connection with the possibility of impacting millions and being aligned to the creation of millions. And the third one is the wealth creation, because money creates money. Wealth is the multiplication of money. There is a multiplication here and a compounding effect. So let's start with the first one. And I have a question for you. Who are you with money as a person? Before we talk about it inside the business, we need to talk about money in you. Because you don't attract money, you don't create money, you relate to money. How do we relate? Money is an energy. How do I relate to it? Does it work for me? Hello, Betty, I'm so happy you can be here from Accra. Welcome to have Ghana with us in the house. I'm so happy. We have we connecting from different parts, and we have a very potent and important subject, which is financial literacy and wealth creation. And financial literacy, it's simplified, but using advanced tools, but actually any sophistication in finance comes back to 1 + 1 = 2. So we come back to the basics. We don't need to overcomplicate it. But before even starting about numbers and talking about numbers, let's talk about your relation with money, your fears, your beliefs, your past experiences, the environment where we grew up, where we navigate, where we are. Show how, shape this exactly what really define and shows and shape how much you earn, how much you receive, and how you hold money. because sometimes we are not at ease by keeping the money. So we receive it and we give it away right away. And that's what most women say. I'm not here because I don't want to make money. Actually, that's not what I want. I want to help. Okay. But if you want to help, you got to be a channel. You have to receive so that you can give. Even if you don't want to receive it, you got to have some of it so that you can do the work to be able to give. That doesn't happen with no money. So there is a contradiction. The moment you say, I don't want money, this is not about money. Why do you even need to say that? Because it feels icky, it feels taboo, it feels like, oh, materialistic. Oh, she always thinks about money. Oh, she's like, yeah, but the fact is that this is how the word turns, because money gives you choices. And how would you get those choices if you block the channel to receive it? Because they're like, it's not about money, I don't want it. Like, so money amplifies who you are. You want to become, feel wealthy and full, and then money comes and amplify it. Because you can have more money equal more stress, more money and feel more scarcity, more money equal more pressure, or more money means more expansion, means I can reach more people that I want to help, means that I can do more good in the world. More money means more freedom of choices. I can actually choose to be there. I can put my children in the school I choose for them. I can have choices in where I will take them, where we will travel. It gives you choices. More money means more impact. And if we're here for a mission that impact millions, yes to more money, Patricia. Amen to that. Yes. And that's it. And owning it. Owning it not because it feels like icky and uncomfortable. Owning it because we understand this is how I can do good. This is how I can expand more. This is how my impact is actually aligned with the mission million. This is mission can speak to millions because I am open to the possibility of holding a space so big that comes also with the money that comes with it. But if I block it, then I stay local. And mission million is about going global. And when I go global, I want to understand every tool there is. Yesterday was about digital platforms, using it to grow. And I was surprised. I just shared with some. One of the reels went completely viral. I'm like, oh wow, no, in few hours. And that was, you know what was the reel about? It was like, being visible is not about being seen. Huh. Being visible is not about being seen. And it's really true. It's about serving. The same thing. Having money is not about money itself. It's about the possibility. It's about the impact. It's about using it so that you can be doing good around you. It's about amplifying the mission that you are here to hold and to own and to embody and to play. So we want to shift from an emotional relation with money to intentional, a conscious relation with money. And conscious, it's not about, I am worried, I don't know if I say it, I don't know. I love what Tony Robbins says about money. I always come back to him because I think the way he changed his life and the way he teaches is very, very helpful to shift the connection with money. Wealth, and how he defines wealth. Because wealth to us, when we say wealth, is like, I have a lot of money, but that's not it. Wealth is your ability to extract joy from what you have. And write it down, because it's your ability. Love the energy of expansion of wealth. Yes, Dr. Pauline. And we love it. And this is why we're having this conversation, because we want that vibration to become something that we hold all the way and we cross it over the planet. And if women are able to fit in that vibration, I hold it, we can shift it by attracting more money in our hands and by doing more good as you carry your loving and caring and beautiful mission of bettering the planet and improving lives and human beings. This is what we want. This is why without it, we don't have those choices and we stay limited. But in this day and age, this era, we have everything in our hand to use it and to do it. And if we want to navigate through the digital platform, we got to navigate it with an openness and a readiness to receive everything there is to receive, without saying, I just want to have this much, I just want to have this much, and we close the door. No, let it open. So when we want to define what wealth is, as Tony Robbins was defining it, he said it's your ability to extract joy from what you have already. Every moment, every time you find yourself in a situation and something you do, how do you enjoy that? The joy extracted. Because sometimes people have money, but they don't have that joy and happiness. And we think that if money comes, I'll have that joy. No, money amplifies your current feeling and the way you approach life. So ask yourself, what is my relationship with money? Do I feel trust when I speak about it, or do I feel tension? Because if money is here to bring us stress, it's not about peace, it's not about joy. Because we're not healthy. We're not well health, and we don't have a healthy relationship with it if we are continuously worried about it. We want to be at ease and we want to feel wealthy already because we are filled with the joy of life. Joy of life is not from money. It's like whatever as you are today, because the prosperity is a frequency that is as high as the one of love and joy. So what we want to navigate and to vibrate at that frequency of feeling good, feeling happy, and trying to see what are the places where I have stress coming in, or doubt, or I worried. And if it's related to money, know that it's coming from an old belief and it's time to shift it. Because some people never leave scarcity, no matter how much money they have, because it's not connected to wealth. Money is a mean, it's not the objective in itself. So when we talk about money today, we talk about it the same way we talk about the digital platform. It is a mean for you to reach your impact through your mission million. And that means will be an outcome of your focus on becoming so good in embodying and representing your mission million. And this is where everything starts, because when you are at ease with that, it makes it easier for your pricing, your earnings, your receiving of it, your scaling. All of these, they are determined by your internal set point of money. And so why women under earn? It's a fact. It's true. I've been to that. I know what it is. Men are earned something, women differently, because they have the fear of charging, of giving the exact value. They have the fear of being judged. Oh my God, that's too much. What should she think she is? And so we want to continuously be nice, so we underprice. They lack the self-worth, the alignment with their value and their self-worth. So it's an inner issue. So if I come back to that first conversation and the conference with Christine Lagarde and all the CEOs of large institutions, do you know what the answer was? Was because women don't believe they deserve to be at that level of absorption of money that could come in from either venture capital, from investment funds, from credit from the banks. It just feels too much. I'm not sure. What do I do? Do I bring some more people so I can share it? What do I do? So there is an emotional connection that doesn't put us at ease, and we want to change it. It's time to change it. This is one, we want more women in this conversation, because you don't rise to your goal, you rise at your financial identity. So what's your number? What is that number that feels this is it? This is it. That's what I get. That's easy because I have this degree, I have this, then I should get this. And that's a blocking point. And you want to rewire your mind to be able to attract, to be at 100K a day, 1 million a month, 1 million a day, 1 million a year, whatever. That's like, what if I could reach that number? What if? Hello, Talia. I'm so happy you can be. Yes, and I love that, Salma. Yes, they don't feel legitimate to receive, to be at that level, and it blocks us. So what we want The goal from all this conversation is not to increase your income. Before we get there, that's just the results. We want to increase and to expand your capacity to receive. We want to broaden that, open that. We have to be ready to receive. Because everyone here in this room has a number and a level where you feel safe, where you feel comfortable, where you stop pushing. And that is your set point. And it's very hard to change it, because when it's a set point, that means that it's already anchored in your mind, and everything you do brings you to that set point. Everything. And you get stuck there. And so we want to shift that set point. We want to expand it. And if you look at it as your joy set point, like, then expand your joy. Enjoy your life while you build what you build. Be intentional about being happy and happy to receive everything there is. Because wealth is about enjoying every moment. Every moment, without feeling scared. What if it's not? What if it doesn't repeat itself? What if it doesn't? Enjoy. And every $1 that comes in, be grateful about it, because gratitude feeds it with an energy that makes it multiply. And that brings me to the second part, which is your business and your readiness to receive. Whether your business or you're an institution or you're somebody that structures transactions, because even if you work with an institution or with an entrepreneur or in business, then you're also instrumental in making the success and the results of the business. That's why you play the role that you play. So you got to be a channel. You can say it in our part of the world, the baraka, like you bring the baraka, you bring like, there is something about you, you attract, you're a magnet to wealth. And you want to hold that feeling. So how do we get that? Because money, it's connected to the value you provide and how you are positioned. And the value, it's your relationship with it. If you underprice, and that's what we tend to do. If you overgive, then you like struggle for it. And if you hesitate to sell because then you don't even play the role. And that means that you're not ready to receive, but you want to receive. Why is it that we're not ready? Did you see where the contrast is? It's inside of us. We know we should, but something blocks us. Why? The subconscious mind. You need to change that. And this is why the mantra the first day I shared is like, money comes to me from different sources on a continuous basis. It helps you rewire your programming, your software, so that you become more at ease with that. Because you cannot receive beyond what you believe your worth is. You cannot receive beyond what you believe you're able to get. And that's where the blockage comes from. And this is why, to be able to rewire and rewrite our story with money, the only way to do that is using mantras. Money loves me, money comes to me, money comes at ease, I attract money continuously. That's how we need to do it. So ladies, let's just get into it and decide that we're going to create a new identity. And everything that we carry from the past, let it stay in the past. And let us be in admiration and of the courage and the bravery and everything that all our mothers and grandmother and every woman before us did. And let's break the cycle and start something new. Let's understand that money multiplies itself, but you need to have an energy of expansion within you, not an energy of blockage, because you cannot even talk about it and it feels icky and it doesn't feel at ease. And I want to, but you know what? I have time. It's like, and we hold and we stop. I'm a mathematician by training, because that's what I did. I did science, mathematics, and I loved it before doing engineering. And even when I went to Harvard, my English was not that good. It's not that my English was not that good. My professor, Peter Rogers, had a very strong Liverpool accent. And so I really had to listen to him to be able to understand him. It was hard. It was really tough. And even professors, I couldn't understand them. So I'm like, okay, the language that is universal is math. So I started by taking math classes, because I'm like, okay, numbers, we understand them. Don't we all understand numbers? And is it a game? It is a game of numbers. It's a game of multiplication of number. Let's do it together. Let's do something. Let's talk about, when I was myself at the World Bank, we were talking about the whole mission was helping countries get out of poverty. And so the focus was the regions and the areas that were living under $1 a day. So that number was stuck in my head. So the focus, the threshold, the stop, the break in is like less than $1 a day. It's just not human. It's survival. Something need to be given, and that's where parts of MIGA, which is the foundation, the one that gives money to the bank, and is there. Bonjour, Lucille. So happy to have you with us from Cyprus. So, and also the focus was really how to help countries to get out of the less than $1 a day. So that's project. And then in the same time, we were structuring 100 and 150 million dollar projects. The contracts was so big. It was huge. And I'm like, and now, so that I look back, where you see all these gap and it's big. So you can either keep your mind into that survival equation and feel the struggle, see the struggle, think about the struggle continuously, or you can like, what if I position myself into missions that builds those millions? These are the same people, right? But some have it easy to raise bonds and issue 100 millions, 150 million, and the other side, we're working on this. So let's look at the numbers. So if you look at the $1 per day, which is the survival, the minimum, and if anyone would put aside the $1 a day, $1 a day aside, that's $100,000 over a lifetime, like 30 years of work. And that's, you can get a house in the social housing. So this is the minimum that can get you to a decent life. Now let's stretch it a bit more, which is $10 a day. $10 a day would be like, it's not survival thinking. This is like into another level. We're moving. And 10,000 a day over 30 years, it's 100K. Plus, and 100K is actually, you're actually in pretty good because you can buy a good house, you are actually at ease. So you see already the shift on where you put your money and where you put your mind and focus. Now, if we imagine $100 a day for 30 years, we're $1 million already. So being a millionaire is not something that is out of reach. It's something when you put your mind to it, it's about multiplication. Everything is about multiplication and numbers. The $1, it's a survival, but the survival can also get you with a situation where at ease with your life. When you are more, it's about stability. You can stabilize it, which we can do if you thought about it. But if you want to be in the wealth trajectory, even then, if you had put your mind into it, it's reachable to everyone. So we are already in a space where reaching those big numbers is doable. It's not an impossible dream. Yet, when we speak about it, it feels so far away. And this is only if you save it, but money works for you when you understand it. So you don't need to wait 30 years to get to the million. You can do it halfway. You can do it at the third because you invest, because you let money works for you, because you put it in instruments, in bonds, in funds, in simple investment. And that's the third compartment, which is where do you put the money to work for you? Wealth is created using money to create money. But the one that really makes it's by creating multiple sources of money. We often get stuck into thinking about one source because that's what we have in our head. So it feels impossible to open your consciousness and to create something bigger because you can't create it in your mind. You don't know it. Knowledge blocks us. We think we know, but we don't. That's why sometimes you let your imagination take you further and you stretch your mind and rewrite what is it that is blocking you from dreaming and imagining bigger. What is it that is blocking you from thinking like, okay, I am going to launch this initiative and it's going to be a reference because I'll be able to attract many clients, many partners, many students if you're doing a school or university, and you believe because you have a strong message, and because that strong message comes from your up leveling to be to own an identity that is bigger than you today. But we don't, because we are limited by the set point of the money in our head, of maybe because of the family, because of the space, because of who we are, and we let that guide us. And then you're like, what are these conversations? Why are we in this conversation? They seem like stratospheric. It's just so far away, but they're not. They are basic. They are numbers that multiplies. So what makes money work for you is that when you understand this dynamic that money compounds, one, multiplied every day. Actually, when you look at $1, and this is one of the best questions, when you don't even understand money and I give you and I ask you, do I give you $1 that multiplies every day, or do you want to get 1 million now? Right away you're like, I'm doing 1 million because I don't even know what you're talking about, because I want to have it now and keep it. But if you take $1 that multiplies every day, you reach 1 million in 21 days, and then it becomes all the way to billion. And sometimes we don't even imagine it possible because we don't do the numbers. Financial literacy, it's understanding that money is just an energy that compounds on its own. It's understanding that the consistency, it's what helps you create incredible numbers. It's understanding that when you price things properly, it's not because it's not judgment or making you not nice anymore. It's because you are creating a business, and the business needs to sustain itself. And if you want to reach 1 million, you cannot have a business that survives just like for the few months, because you have some people you were able to do with the excitement of the start. And then when you are midway, you're like, oh my God, I cannot do it again because the excitement has dipped. You need to sustain yourself on something else. And that something else is your understanding that money compounds, that consistency, that numbers, when they add up, they create something incredible. Finance is about understanding that numbers multiply on their own. And when they multiply on their own, you can reach millions, you can reach billions. Where would you even stop? Because you know. So it's about being smart and conscious and shifting your relationship with money and letting it work for you, not letting it block you because you're like, I don't even understand. Your money starts to work for you when you understand. Your money becomes, okay, I'm going to do this. It's going there because you're a channel. It's not that you take it to keep it. We don't take it to keep it. We take it and we buy things. We invest in things. And us women, particularly, and this is a research by the World Bank, when women takes money, they invest more than half of it in health and education for children. So it's actually good for the world, and we know it. And so what is holding us? Why can't we today claim it and decide to become that channel and be so good at it? And if we don't want to hold it, we give it to someone else. But when you do it, you create jobs, you create economic value, and you become a role model for you, for your children, for the community, for everyone around you. And the interesting thing is that when you understand this equation, it multiplies faster, it compounds over time. So wealth is not just effort only. It's not effort, actually. It's your rewriting your story with it. It's being open to receive because you understand that you deserve it. Not because something changed in you. It's just because today you understand. Yeah. Because if you don't claim that abundance, it will be there, sitting there. It's not going to be taken away by someone else. It's just not going to be. It's like, imagine you have stocks of money in the universe, and if you don't use it, it's just going to stay there. Oh, whose money is that? Oh, a person who was too shy to say she's going to sell her products, sell her service, be able and grow her company. That's what it is. And we don't want to leave piles of that sitting because we don't claim them. And this is what we want to become. You want to change our connection with it and start being ready to be inside of it. So when you build it, you start building the wealth and wealth creation when money starts working harder than you. And this is what we want. And I'm always amazed. I mean, people in their sleep making millions and they say it. And you're like, how can they even say something like this? We can't say that. And they do. And they do. And it seems to be multiplying and demultiplying each time. So it's not about just money. Numbers grow with consistency and presence. But wealth grows with strategy. And this is why before we focus on the numbers. And so let's look at the law of compensation. You know how Napoleon Hill was invited by Dale Carnegie, who was Andrew Carnegie, who was one of the richest people in early 1900s. So this is, we're talking about 1920. And he was a journalist, and he was interviewing him to say about how did you create all this wealth? So it was really about wealth creation. And he asked him, it's like, how about if you spend the coming 20 years of your life analyzing and understanding what makes people rich? How do they create wealth? What is it that what do they have in common? And he told him, I will introduce you to all the billionaire and millionaire in the world. And we're talking about 1920. So, and he said, you have a few seconds to decide. So Napoleon here did decide to go ahead and do that. And he went on and interviewed all this wealthy of the world. And this is how the law of attractions came. So he produced 12 volumes of the law of attractions, 12 different laws. And one of the central laws that is connected with money is called the law of compensation. So the law of compensation is correlated to three things. It's like, how are you compensated in terms of money? Why we always say that money is a byproduct and it's not a result in itself. And it's true, because it is a correlation to three things that do not have anything to do with money. And these three things, you can note them down, is first, it's the need for what you do. Are you positioned in a gap in the market? Is it a product that people need? Is your service needed? It's your initiative needed? And I answer instead of you, yes, of course it is needed. It's needed because we need each one of you. Because we need exactly you, with the experience, with what you have gone through, with your way of thinking, and with who you are. We need thousands and thousands and millions of leaders like that, women. Yes. The second point is, how good are you in what you do? The excellence in your expertise that you hold. And when I say excellent, it's not perfection. Is you are very good at what you do, and you love what you do. You do it with love, with care. That's what makes you excellent. The third one is the difficulty there is to replace you. The third one, everybody is replaceable. We're human beings, so we forget about this one. So what matters to us? There is one that is important, is you become excellent in what you do, which means that your job is not to go look for where can I get money. Your job is to become so good at what you do. And because this equation works, it's incredible. When you serve, when you're good at what you do, and when you do it with your heart, and you put the excellence in it and the love in it, you become undeniable. And when you do it because you have overcome the shyness of being visible, so you're open to be seen so that you can serve. And this connects me to yesterday's theme, which is the visibility. So, and you're good at it because, and I saw a professor from MIT yesterday. I was listening to his talk, and he was saying, "Well, how do you speak?" It's a function with it's an equation, and in that equation, your the quality of your speaking, because you need to communicate when you do, is correlated to your knowledge. Knowledge. The big one is knowledge. The second part is the practice. And the last one is the talent. But the talent is a tiny mini. So it's not about, no, she's talented, not me, he's talented. I have a little talent. I'm going to go and dance my way out. It's not the talent on its own. It's the knowledge that you have, the knowledge that you continue on improving, then continue on making better. And as you go along and becoming the best version of yourself and the way you serve and the way your product is and the work you do, that's the most important. And practice, because you need to communicate, because if you are the most hidden secret, nobody sees you. And let this take you, and this is how you get compensated. And when you trust, money is a byproduct to all of us, all of this. We're not here to focus on money because it's about money. Because best you are gifted to be. I love this. I absolutely love the way you put it, Dr. Pauline, and that's exactly what it is. Become the best you are gifted to be. And this, it's an ongoing thing. So get yourself busy in that, but in the same time, because we know that success is not working harder. Success is doing what you do with a different state of mind, with a mind of success. So work on your thoughts. What are the beliefs that are not helping? Reprogram yourself so that you are at ease with the money flowing into you. Yeah, it's because we talk about money today, so it is about money. You are become like repeated, create multiple sources so that you don't stay completely dependent on one. Multiple sources, it could be different clients you sell, different programs you sell, different products you sell, different initiatives you do, as you follow your heart and as it aligns with your expertise, with your authority, with who you are, and with the value you have, you're here to give and to provide. And when you understand numbers, you let the numbers play for you. Let them consistently multiply for you. And it doesn't grow like this linear. Nothing is linear. Nothing is linear. Look at nature. Is there anything in nature that is one line? Nothing. So why do we always expect, if it doesn't work linear, then it's not working? It goes up and down and up again and down again. As long as you become better, as long as you draw lessons from the wisdom you grabbed on the way, as long as something puts you down, you're like, okay, I'm a bigger person now because I am wiser. And then you go up. That's how it is. We do not stop. This whole game, when you jump in it, you don't stop. And then there will be a moment where things will just pick up, because not only you carry on in compounding what you do, but money states to start to play as well on that same direction. Okay. So making money is a result of the focus on the service and the business and the product you provide. And not just the focus, but doing it with love, doing it with excellence, and doing it by knowing that, you know what, one day this is going to be seen by millions. That's the Mission Million spirit. It's not just locally, but this one didn't care about me, this one didn't see me. It's not just for you. It's for whoever is ready to hear, whoever is ready to jump on a boat on what I am creating, whoever is ready. Exponential growth. It is about exponential. My favorite mathematics. I'm so happy I see other mathematics, but it is the most beautiful mathematical concept. But that beautiful mathematical concept, you gotta be inside it for it to work. And for it to work, money needs to become your ally. But you know how money becomes your ally? Do you know? Does anybody can tell me? It's when the time is your ally, because you know that it compounds over time. So let's make time our best friend. Not like, I don't have time, I don't have time, I don't have time. Because when you are in I don't have time, you are in an energy of lack. And that energy of lack will reflect itself in everything around you, including money. But because we want to be in abundance, and the spirit of abundance has to be spread in everything connected to you. And when everything connected to you, then it is about your relationship with time, your relationship with everything you do. So success is a walk where you are firmly solid with gratitude for who you are, for what you do, for everything you've achieved, for everything you understood. Yes, so grateful. And the other, when you walk on the floor and then you continue. You don't float. It has to be solid, otherwise you fall. And so if your walk is not solid, your success and business is shaky. Solidify who you are. Be sure to know yourself so well that everything that is holding you down, you change it, you reframe it, you let it go. Every pattern you break it, you're like, I'm starting a new one, intentionally, consciously, and understand that time is your ally and money is a byproduct of my focus on becoming good at what I do and on serving. The equation works beautifully, and I love that. I love to do these master classes. They are free, but in the same time, I also, at the end, I will invite whoever wants to work more to be with us in the mastermind. And so for what I wanted to say today, this is what I want to say up to now. So about wealth, about money, about finance. Before I want to tell you more about the mastermind, we have moved through 3 levels. Actually, we did who you are with money, your connection with money, like your belief, your relationship with money. We talked about how you receive money. Do you understand it? We understood the numbers, that 1 + 1 + 1 + 1 can make you a millionaire if you choose to, if you have intentionally put that as one of your objective. But that's not what we want. We will come align with it. You're already aligned with it. You've already have it because of where you are, because of the fact that you're connected here, then you're already in those levels. You've already there. Okay, so that just don't surprise yourself. You're already there. How you multiply it, you understood how you create. And to me, that's that's financial power. That is financial power. Financial power, it's you and yourself in the inner dialogue with money. It's your ability to receive money. It's your ability to see whether you are ready to receive or not. That already is power. Because you're like, oh yeah, that's right. I'm not really ready for it. That's already power over it. And so you switched it. Your ability to use some math to like, I can multiply it. If I put it aside, look what I can have as a number. That's financial power. And that's your start in building incredible wealth. And when you understand that, then you start questioning yourself. You're like, where am I underpricing? Where am I underestimating me? Where am I under receiving? Because I am ready to I'm not ready to receive. So what we saw today is what is possible when that changes, when your thought changes, when you start playing within the law of compensation and not look at it from afar. You're in it. Become inside it, because that law, I promise you, it works. It works. I mean, I have many stories I want to share about my own journey, like how I understood that money is energy, how I was in, banks and investment bank and structuring different funds and working with different funds and initiating and launching different. But then when I started to understand, where we started differently, it was about energy and how money, you get to attract it. How just when you open one space for it, it starts and it suddenly compound itself. Well, even if you receive $10, be grateful for it, because that 10 tomorrow will be 100, next day will be 1,000, and then it becomes 10K, and then it becomes 100K. It's incredible how the power of energy, when you put it to work, when you let it work for you. And all what it requires guidance from your 5% of conscious mind. So guide yourself. It requires accountability every day. I'm trying to look for my booklet, like have a booklet and journal. It requires the right environment. Where are you? This is why I'm creating this mastermind, because it's an accelerator, and it requires repetition. You repeat it over and over and over. So if you came for the money seminar, this is what I want to do. If you would like to hear more about the mastermind, please stay with me. I want to tell you some more details about it. Tomorrow we will continue on the fifth pillar of Mission Million, which is the movements, the networks. I will talk about the G100 network, which is an incredible network. I will talk about the need for us and how good it is for us to belong to places and to create this sisterhood and feel good. It's incredible, the power of those environments. So that will continue. Now I want to talk to you about the mastermind, and this is exactly why this mastermind exists inside the Bell Method. I created a new one. It's a revived one, and it is set as an accelerator where we build your financial reality with you. We work on the pricing, the offers, the positioning, the revenue strategy, the wealth structure, so that you don't just earn more, you actually build something that actually multiplies and expand. And so the way it is structured, it's a 6-month container. We start at the end of this month, so right after the masterclass, and we will meet twice a week, because 1 week is about training and what you need to grasp, and the second day is working on your business and with hot seat coaching, and just taking time to jump into your business. We will focus on the mindset to create a 7-figure business, mindset to scale to 8-figure business, mindset to even go to 9-figure and beyond. It's like, what is it? How do we align with that? What are the tools? How do you reprogram yourself? So you get the tools so that you can coach yourself and you can also use it for your team. Because when we build big, we don't do it on our own. We do it with a team. We can't be very selfish and wanting the whole pie to ourselves. When we do that, we can grow as much as we can ourselves, using AI, using digital platform and everything. But if you want to demultiply and create others, then we want to grow a team. So how do you have a team that actually help you and become a generator of activity as well and revenue? So that's very important. The second one is that we will follow exactly this incredible structure that feels so clear, about resilience, about sustainability. What system do you have? What structure? What are the messaging? What are you here for? What are the prices? What are you selling? How much? How do you articulate your story? So that we get ready to have a whole month on visibility, on video making, on just marketing and being out there, because we want to use the digital platforms so that you can sell from one to many, so that you can attract more clients into your business, into your initiative, into the work you do, into your school, your university, your digital platform, whatever your movement, your initiative, your foundation. Because even if you have that, you have to go pitch to investors. You have to go present that to people who's going to sponsor you. Then we have another month on visibility, messaging. Then we talk about money. We talk about what is the best business model for you. What are your magic number? What is the number that you're like, okay, when I have this, I'm good. I can just give away everything that comes. That's the number that makes you feel like, okay, I am going to work towards this. And then when I have that, then I work because I love it, and everything comes and give it away. And then you decide how many years you want to focus on that when we do it. So it has clarity, helps you grow. And then the last one is about where do you position yourself as a leader? What movement that fits you more? How can you use all of it and create your own platform and become your own voice, the voice of what you carry? And so this is an incredible space where there is I'm just going to ask the team to drop the website. It's bellmethods.com/mastermind 2026 for this mastermind. It's 6 months together, but it's so transformative. You will not recognize yourself. At the end, we will accelerate everything. We will be there. Our team is there. You'll have access to the branding team, to the IT team as well, to the tech team. We have through the years, everything I worked on for this 5 years was building this digital company. And we have tried things, we have switched things, but what we've done that is beautiful is set a system that helps us continue and create and sell continuously and have a structure that helps us do that. And with new programs, with program adapted to the corporate world, programs adapted to women in the to high level elites, to masterminds that allows you to find a space that looks like you, where you belong, where you feel like, okay, it's gonna push me to more. So the value is incredible with the coaching, with the access to 100 lessons in the digital platform where you can follow, with the access to weekly trainings and weekly group coaching, and being with us, access to working on your brand, auditing your own system to see how to tweak it and improve it, working on the structure, working on even the conception of your business and how you want to name it, how you want to launch it, what is it going to be. Wherever you are in the business, will meet you. And we also about having visibility, becoming a reference in the field where you are. So we get to work on everything, because to me, being an entrepreneur, a leader, is not just communication, it's not just finance, it's not just marketing, it's not just strategy, it's it all. It's your balance, it's your harmony, it's your relationship with your family, with your partner, with your children. It's how you feel inside you before you are able to help others or sell. How can you sell when you have so much things that you like, okay, I'm going to sell this without saying this, and I'm going to, it's like, it has to be squeaky clean energy. And we get to work on all of that so that you speak a language of missions that are impacting millions, and you align with that, and we aim to the seven figures. So these are for women who are ready, who are ambitious, who wants to be part of, we be also with other women that are the same, that are working towards creating a business that grow and sustain itself. These are for women who speak a language where we're not just local, we're going global, and we want to do it together. So these are for women who believes in herself, because when you invest in yourself, because that's the best bet, you do it on yourself. And when you do that, your investment comes tenfold. The value that you get with this work, it's around $40,000 in value, but that's not how we price. We price it so it's accessible, because so the whole program, it's for 6,000, and you have 10% off as part of this masterclass. And I would love for you to grab it. You just do it by entering a code that is early bird 10. So if you want to join us, come in and join us. You can pay it in full, so that would be 5,400, or you can pay it monthly. And but you know that you'll be inside our energy. We will have all our mind with you in making your business a success and making it grow to the million level and beyond. But most importantly, owning a mission and being with others that speak the same language. So I would love to welcome you inside our beautiful, beautiful community with a beautiful energy where we work in all of that in depth. You know, the masterclass is like just part of the work we do, but we really go in depth with it, in the system that fits you best, in the finance business plan that fits your work, and also help you grow your projections and possibilities. If you think this, let's get your dream bigger. Let's really grab the dream that you have and make it reality. And this is the time. The last thing you want is like, I wish I did it. I wish I took more time to do it. So I'm going to really answer more questions on Monday and give you again more details. So I invite you to be with me. The session will be dedicated to explaining how BAL method came about, sharing some of the success stories from incredible women, but also explaining a bit more about this mastermind and how it works. But I invite you to look at the link. Check it out, see if that feels in line. If you're like, yeah, let's jump it, then come. Don't hesitate. I've created this because I needed someone like me to be able to hold my hand when everything was too complicated. And I wish I had me before things just went down, because I would have scooped myself back up. And this is why I'm doing this. I'm doing it because you get 25 years of experience of understanding about how to manage your business, how to scale your business, how to position yourself, how to think, how to connect, how to relate to others, how to communicate with partners, with investors, with bosses, with colleagues, with clients, with the team members, and all of this. It takes emotional maturity. It takes understanding of the energetics, the feminine energy, masculine energy. It takes the mastering of different archetypes. Where are the archetypes that we have? We have, the woman that is so sovereign, beautiful, divine, the woman that can just feel and be herself, and the one that is a warrior, the worker, the executing one, and then the boss, the leader. These three identities, the moment I understood function together, it just brings you more harmony. You can be that beautiful, loving wife, that caring and loving mother, that guidance that you need when you are in your job, the boss when you need to have that hat and the accountability, and then the one that works. Because when you leave just one of the identity to do the job, something is lacking there, because either she's gonna underprice or she's gonna give too much, or like, but we can't. When you manage a business, you gotta be a boss. And you got to be able in that boss to not only guide and have the accountability, but receive. The receiving is the feminine energy. And women, us, when we are in the professional arena, we tend to be more in the masculine. And masculine is doing, but doing does not help me receive, because I don't know how to receive, actually. And so the be, do, have, we talked about being, becoming. It's where it all starts. You get all the tools inside the mastermind, everything. You get how to brand, you get how to talk, you get how to do the tools, how to use digital platform, how to use technology. You get to also rework on your business plan, define your business plan, define the pitch, how do you present it, how you go to investors, how you talk to clients, and you get the leadership, all the 12 codes of leadership, the communication, the connection, and everything. Women are beautiful, complex, and adaptable. I love this, Dr. Pauline. So I would inviting whoever, if you would like to join us, come and join us. If you want to talk more about it, I'm open to discuss. And I know that's going to be a beautiful experience, and I can't wait to see all the magic we'll be creating inside the mastermind. It's so that by the end of the year, we will be celebrating your success, celebrating the dream that you always wanted to put together, because you give it a time so that you see it coming to life. And so we meet again tomorrow as we speak about the movements, and being inside a movement and launching a movement within the movement, because with alignment, with love, with care. I love you so much. Thank you so much for your beautiful presence, for your beautiful energy. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow again at the same time. Bye.